We never were able to keep this in stock. It's called the Handy Mop. This is what I call your everything mop. Any mess, dry mess, wet mess, pet mess, all right? It could be hair, dust, debris. This is a specialty mop head. It's actually a PVC mop head. They use a top of the line, high quality grade, softer PVC that is actually absorbent. So you can use this with water as your wet mop. You can use it dry as your dry mop. It is unbelievable, and self-wringing. It takes up no room in your closet. You don't need a bucket. You can rinse it right off in the sink. It is perfect for any hard surface floor, whether you got wood, linoleum, tile, laminate, all right, marble, travertine, wood floors, whatever it is, it gets the mess up and it does it quickly. We finally got them back. They are free shipping and handling. If you want to get it for free, get a brand new HSN credit card. We'll put $30 in your account. That'll cover this and your tax. All right, we've got colors which we never had before. When we first came out, all we had was teal. All right, today we have spearmint, which is right here. We have berry, which is right here. I love this berry. We have, that's the most limited. We have our original teal, and then we also have it in gray. Keith Enzi, I hand it over to Keith. I don't have the room to do demos here, but Keith's gonna do them. Keith, welcome back, and welcome back Handy Mop, buddy, with three of the heads come with it too today.
Yeah, Guy, I mean, there's no better time to get the Handy Mop now, and we're adding a sponge, which is amazing. So anyways, I'm in the kitchen. If you want to replace everything, a broom, a mop, everything else, you can't see how dirty the floor is on TV, but you will see how dirty it is when I pick up the mop. Now, you'll see everything that was on that floor, the dog hair, the dirt, the grime, everything that's in there, collected to the Handy Mop and stayed within all the grooves. And I bring it over to the sink. If I can get the camera to follow me, it's a little awkward. You click it to the side. I lost the audio. And as it runs off, you will see everything drips right down into the sink. And when I wring it out, I clean it out. So I'm left with a perfectly clean mop head every single time. Now I can store it or keep cleaning. Now to show you this, to show you how absorbent, how I can pick up everything, here's some ketchup, some mustard, and some nasty soy sauce. Now, any surface, hardwood floors, tile, linoleum, it doesn't matter. When I bring this mop head through, it will literally pick it all up. Like, look at that. I mean, what else in the market could do something like that? Now, finish picking up my mess. The floor is perfectly clean. Everything I picked up stays collected to the mop head. I bring it over to the sink, and when I run the water, everything will literally run right off it. I bring it through, and look at this. And I'm left with a clean mop head every single time.
Look at that.
Now, I'm gonna put this away for right now and show you why we're here, the HandiSponge. Now, the HandiSponge is made out of the same PVA material. I'm gonna wring it out. Now, mess on the stove, guy. It's absorbent. It's like powerful vacuum action. It wants to pick everything up. One swipe through, there's all kinds of stuff all over this. Look at that. Look at the before and after on the stove. Everything I picked up is on the Handy Mop. You try to use a sponge like this, which is good for scrubbing, it's just gonna, look at that, compared to this. Night and day. Now, say there's a spill, everything overflows, to show you, I didn't rinse it out yet, to show you the vacuum action, how it pulls everything. Watch this. Look at that.
Wow.
Now, when I come through, now remember, the mop does every single thing this does. This is just a handheld version, because I'm not putting a mop on my stove. I come through, I pick it all up, everything, look at that. I mean, seriously, what else in the world can do this? Bring it over to the sink. It'll literally all run off into my sink.
Yeah.
When I wring it out, I clean it out. Go ahead. Now, go ahead.
Keep going, Keith. Go, go, go.
We'll show you top of the fridge. It's all dirty. I left it, I don't know if you can see it too well on TV, but on stainless. Watch this.
Wow.
The stainless is absolutely awesome. Now the rest of it, watch. It literally, look at that, guy. It picks everything up and holds onto it. So anything you need to dust, anything like that is the perfect thing to do. I keep one of these sponges in my bathroom. All the money we spend trying to get rid of all them spots on glass and all, look at that. And when you wring it out, it cleans it out. And I wipe down my shower so you can get to see no more spots. Now, show you one thing with the HandiSponge. Here's that nasty soy sauce again. Now, I put the sponge in it. It'll pick it all up. Look at all that. Now, to show you how with PVA works, when you put it in water, all the pores open up wanting the water and release everything. And when you wring it out, you clean it out.
Yeah.
Now, show you another real quick idea. Look at this, coffee. Oh my God, on carpet, what are you gonna do? Really, what are you gonna do? It's not a stain remover, but watch this. Look at that.
Yeah.
Now it's all over. Dude, it's awesome. Now, clean up my counter. I wring it out. I spilled it all over the floor. I can wipe down my counters, my cabinets, come over to my floor, and everything is picked up. I didn't just waste half a roll of paper towels, anything else.
Yeah, never seen anything like it, Craig. I own the mop. I don't have the sponge yet. But if you come in really close, I just want to show everybody, because my camera's a little bit easier to show you. When you get these home, all right, remember, to activate it as a sponge mop, you've got to get it wet first, because when you get it home, you'll see it's going to be, it's very soft, but it's kind of dry. All right, that's intentional. So that's how you will use it if you just want to dust. But if you want it, once you get it wet, it's that PVA material is the coolest material ever. It's the same type of material that is in the sponge as well. That's really why this works so well. And let me tell you, Keith, and you know, I had a regular sponge mop. I had the rope, the string mop. I had one of those. I've had every kind of mop on the planet. But I tell you, this is the one I use. I use it just as much dry, just to get dust off the floor, because a lot of times I don't need to mop my floor. I just need to get the dust from underneath the bed. It's perfect for that. Hundreds of you in the ordering process. I have to update everybody, Keith, that I'll give it back to you. If you want the berry, I got 900 left if you want the berry. If you want the gray, same thing. I got about 900 left of the gray. They are going very, very quickly. I'm okay in the spearmint, and I'm okay on the teal. I'm going to send it right back to you, Keith, because I love watching your demos. Keep going.
Awesome, guy. Hey, thanks so much. You're right. I don't mop my floors in the old-fashioned intensive mopping floors, but to use the every day, instead of a broom, a disposable product, everything else. Now, I have a dog. If you have a dog, there is nothing in the world like a Handy Mop. It's shedding season. Look at this. I do this 3 or 4 times a day, chasing my dog's fur.
Yeah.
Now, now I'm going to use the bucket here. Normal, I go right to the kitchen sink and rinse it all off. Now, the bucket, when I put it in water, it opens it up like the sponge, releases everything into the thing, and my mop head's perfectly clean again. Now, say somebody spills some coffee on the floor, or something like that. Yeah, we're having a little problem with the camera. The camera won't switch backwards. So please bear with me, guys. Please.
We're watching you.
You'll see. Here's some coffee. Look at this. Instead of half a paper towels, people yelling and screaming, grab the Handy Mop. It just has to be wet, just like any other mop, and it replaces anything that you use currently to clean the floor. Now, you put it to the side, you carrot click, you flip it, bring it over to your bucket or your sink. When you put it in water, it opens up all the pores, releases everything it's picked up and collected, and bam, there you go. Perfectly clean every single time. Now, how about this, guy? How absorbent is it? Watch this.
Yeah, look at that.
So you got a mess, you got something to clean. Oh, guy, one more thing I'm thinking about, sponges. You want to talk about the best thing in the world to clean a car? My goodness gracious. Look at it. Now it picks everything up, leaves it so dry, it passes the kissing test. I come over here. Now again, if I want to put it aside, click it, wring it all out.
Look at that.
Perfectly clean. Come back to the next. Dude, it's the most incredible hand mop system you ever seen. Now, it's not something we're familiar with, so it takes a minute to get used to. But once you get used to it, you'll never use another product to wash or clean your floors again. Now, it gets onto any situation, any area. It's 2 inches thick. So if I can get 2 inches in it, I can get the Handy Mop in it. Now look at all this dog fur.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Keith, that's what I use it. I use it more under my bed and under my sofas than anything else, because trying to get a regular wet mop under there, and a wet mop will leave residue of water. When I use the Handy Mop, it not only cleans wet and leaves it dry. Obviously, when it's dry, it leaves it dry, but it's got such great suction. It gets everything. And realistically, what I'm using it for is to get dust bunnies. I don't know where they come from. You know, we got a lot of construction in the neighborhood and all that stuff, but I'll look under my bed every 2 weeks, and I can see the dust under there. And I was trying to get a vacuum under there, and I'm like, it just doesn't work. You know, you're trying to get the cord to go around a corner. This, you just grab it with your hand, go under a couple of times, and you'll be amazed. If you own dogs, especially dogs that shed, you got to get one of these. 500 already spoken for. We are extremely busy. We're down to 800 in the berry and about 850 in the gray if you want to get those. Keith, keep going, buddy. Keep going.
All right, my man. So again, just doing the floors every day instead of sweeping, instead of using products. Now I'm going to the sink, I'm rinsing it out, and I'm putting it away. Look at how it collects and traps everything. Now, here's a different idea. It's still dirty. You bring the roller. Look at that, guy. I don't know if you can see that, but look at all that stuff.
Ugh.
So you bring it halfway through, and baseboards. Check this out. Swing it through. It's like a magic finger. It will pick up and collect all the dirt on the baseboards as well. Leave them perfectly dry so you have clean baseboards. If I can get Dan to take a peek at this water, just a few minutes we've been out here, look at how clean my mop head is, and look at how dirty that water is.
Yeah. Look at that.
All right.
Hey, do me one more favor. Do that demo on that black area there with the water again. That really shows everybody the absorbency of this mop, which is really the key, and how much it gets everything with just a couple of passes.
All right, now you want to see what 2 cups of water, you want to see what 2 cups of water looks like? This is 2 cups of water.
Wow.
So that's how much. So if there was a spill that big, or kids coming in and out of the pool, it's going to rain today, I'm constantly going to be chasing my dogs. And look at that. Again, I'll do this. It leaves it dry, so any floor you want to use it on, it's going to take it because you're not leaving it wet.
Yeah, and
so
that's
it's this simple.
That's important on especially on wood floors, Keith. You know, because you leave water on a wood floor, you're asking for trouble.
Oh, 100%. The last thing you need it to do is warp and start rotting on you. Then you got big major issues. So this really is just wet, and you can bring it through any floor. Look at, and it leaves it perfectly dry and picks everything up. Now, guy, here's something if you want to mop it. You leave it a little bit wet, and when you push it down, it releases the water, and when you pull it back, it'll pick it up.
Look at that.
Push it down. Look at this. So if I'm mopping, I'm leaving it a little wet, and so just a little bit of vinegar and water goes a long way. You can use this with any chemical, but chemicals just leave residue on the floor or on the counter. Again, look at it. Perfect.
Try it. All right, well, we are just about out of time. Keith, as always, I love your demos. You know, Dan did the best he could. Dan tried to catch up with us. He's got to be good. He's got the same name as my son. So we'll do it the best we can. Great job. As always, we are extremely busy. Handful left if you want to get either the berry or the gray. Thank you, Keith. The item number 769293. Really quickly, we're getting close to the end of the show. I want to remind you, over 1,000 of our Tiger wrenches have been spoken for if you want to get it. It is